Hello and welcome to another edition. It's funhouse.
It's a real crazy show where anything will go.
Oh hell yeah! Funhouse. I love Funhouse. This show was the reason I ran home on a Friday night. If it wasn't for this show, I'd be a fat, sad, lonely, miserable git. Instead, I'm only a sad, lonely, miserable git. Anyways, what other show could you make a total mess of yourself and the surrounding 2 miles and get away with it? Well, if you think you're fast enough to dodge them, then you'll run home, but I'd advise pissing off your parents. Now, what is this show about? Well, I don't need to tell you. Gary King will do it!
Wacky contestants, messy games, the Fun Car Grand Prix race, and a crazy chase to win lots of prizes.
And trust me, every kid's brain exploded when they heard that line. Okay, first I should mention that I'm not going to go into the American version as I haven't seen much of it. But, to give it credit, it seems almost as good as the UK version. Although, there's just something a little off about it.
Hey, potato heads! I'm gonna dry my hair with the world's biggest hairdryer!
I can't quite put my finger on it. Anywho, your host for this show was Pat. What the hell was I thinking with that mullet shot? This guy is one of the most underrated presenters ever. Pat always seemed like he was having a lot of fun in the show, bringing such energy that most quote-unquote TV presenters lack these days.
Now, our winning contestants will get inside there a little bit later on, but first of all, let's meet the ladies who are going to help you cheer, Melanie and Martina!
Oh god, the twins, Melanie and Martina Grant. What 10-year-old boy could ever resist your charm? Okay, before I say this, I love Melanie and Martina Grant. Who didn't? And they did make Funhouse a little more fun, but it always seemed more forced than natural. Plus, they always had to shout everything. It really hurt my ears after a while.
I have Helen and Richard from Basingstoke, and they both attend the Cranbourne Secondary School. I have Nikki and John, and they're from Liverpool, and they attend the Merchant Taylors School.
Oh, beautiful, another window. That's why I turned the volume down when you two were on. You're paying for that. Also, I felt whenever they were counting the scores from each round, they were doing it in a way that was slightly patronising.
We got 1, 2, 3!
Yeah! Yay! And next comes this many! Yay!
Okay, enough of that. Now comes the games. Rounds 1 to 3 involve different themes and scenarios, but with the same principle. Cover your contestants with as much slime, muck, gunge and that stuff that your old granny said was gravy. But it ain't gravy.
But amongst the Pearly Queen's fantastic little pearls will be some real pearls. So you take your real pearls over here, round your River Thames, down your East Enders, and straight into here, mate, which is Martina's jewellery box.
Don't worry, I didn't understand that either. Okay, so the games aren't all about getting messy, but some of the things these kids had to do was pretty challenging. Like, check this one out. You had to get the contents of the balloon, take it back, repeat. But you can tell those costumes are a touch hard to move in. And if that's not enough, they're throwing guns in your face. Pretty much gives the middle finger to health and safety. As it should. At the end of the round, the scores are tallied up by the ever-helpful Melanie and Martina, and the winner is the one with the most coconuts, jugs of custard, Scottie Pippins, etc, etc. But regardless, the audience always had to give both teams a huge shout out, even when it's clear that they shouldn't.
And for the yellows...
We got 2!
They got 0. Syphilis. Adolf Hitler. See? The winner of the game always got 25 points, but sometimes the game turns into a key game with the sound of a horn that sounds like R2-D2's fire alarm system.
They don't count. Martina and Melanie are ready to count. It's a key game, so the runners-up will also get points.
So if they lost that round but scored 13, then they'd get 13 points. But in one year they were given 10 points regardless of what they scored, but then it was switched back. In any case, after every round both teams are asked a single question, which if they get right is a bonus 25 points. However, these questions are so easy.
How many sides has an octagon?
7.
Reds.
8.
Think you'll find it's definitely 7, but I'll let you go for that one, okay?
Nuts about the monkeys, were you? Well, what nut goes into peanut butter?
Walnut.
Reds.
Peanut?
Peanut.
What kind of bear lives in the Arctic?
Huggy bear.
Reds.
Polar bear?
Polar bear. There's no such thing as a polar bear.
What's the capital of France?
Syphilis.
Reds.
Paris.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to look that up and prove to you that the capital of France is not Paris. Paris. Okay. That had to be a lucky guess. Syphilis was close though. The first and third rounds, as I said before, are always different, but the fourth round never changed, and it's called the appropriately titled the Fun Kart Grand Prix. Man, what I wouldn't give to have a ride on one of those two. Oh, grow up. The format changed over the years, but the idea was always the same. Collect the tokens, or in this case, hit the buttons. You are awarded points on how many of these things you accumulate. After every lap, drivers swapped out with their teammates, in which they complete another lap. Then they swap out one last time for the power lap, in which you see these karts turn into rocket-powered monsters. Look at that speed! Now I can understand why there's a yellow trail around the track. At the end of round 4, all points collected are added up and the winners are, well, obviously the team with the most points. At which point, the team that didn't win is given a goodie bag and kindly told to F off. Then you get to the 5th and final round, the funhouse itself. You're first told what all the prizes are and what they are. And let me tell you, some of these prizes were unbelievable. There was a few times a Sony PlayStation was up for grabs, which was just out at the time. And the next prize on offer was a pencil case. Pencil case, hot new console, the Sony PlayStation. Tough choice!
Pull the chains, go for gold and grab the skateboard. Or be a knockout in the Punch-Out House and take a helicopter ride.
Skateboard, helicopter ride. Well, I'll go for one of them, but only if I have time after getting the pencil case. To collect your prizes, all you had to do was get your hands on the tag. Also, one of the tags had a power prize attached, which if you get your hands on, makes this noise.
Go.
A rooster getting stuffed. Not that I know what that sounds like, I'm just assuming. The power prize is typically the most expensive prize you can get on the show, usually being a pricey piece of technology or a very nice holiday. The catch is that the team isn't told where the power prize is, so in a sense you can score 14 out of the 15 tags and not come out with the power prize. After all the explanations are over, the fun begins. As with the go-kart round, the funhouse changed over the years, but the idea again stayed the same. You have 2 minutes to traverse this maze, collecting up to 3 tags at a time, bringing them back and swapping with your partner. But again, you had 2 minutes. And if I thought that these 2 minutes went fast, then the team must have thought it just went like this. Like that. Like that. Whenever they collected the power prize tag, the rooster sounded to let them know that they collected it. And even a little rooster with a little shirt will show up, indicating that they got the magic tag. Because, as everybody knows, roosters equal prizes! Apparently they do! At the end of that, the team is shown the fabulous prizes they have won. But if they didn't find the power prize tag, that's where the show ends.
And do you know that as you headed up there, on your last run with about 5 seconds to go, and then time ran out, you were going up towards that snake in the pits at the top there. That is where the power prize tag was. I'm ever so sorry. If you'd have had another 10 seconds, I reckon you'd have got it. But you didn't, did you? You make me sick to my stomach. You lose, you fail, goodbye. But if they did get the power prize tag, that's the point this happens. Ah, crap! Forgot to pay the electric bill this month. Yeah, after all the cheery, colourful 20 minutes beforehand, it's weird when it goes all dark and quiet like that. Anyways, all that's standing in our way now is one more question. These ones are just as easy as the rest of them, but involves naming 3 things, like naming 3 star signs, 3 chocolate bars, 3 members of the Spice Girls, etc, etc, etc. For the most part they did win this, but yeah, there was always 2 or 3 that didn't do it. Yeah, but you know, when you don't know 3 members of the Otaku Project, you really should be allowed outside. Do you remember the craze for the Teenage Mutant Hero Turtles? Just name 3 of them.
Daphne, Fred, and Syphilis.
Right! Congratulations!
Product of a Scottish education. But you know, it's kind of tough to be in this spotlight. Makes me wonder how I'd do. So you have beaten the other team, survived the funhouse, and found the power prize tag. Now, here is your question. The Teletubbies was a big show on the BBC. But can you name 3 female members of the Labour Party from 1959 to 1961? Jan Mann, Alice McCullin and Mary McAllister.
You're far too clever for your own good. Congratulations.
Anyways, that's Funhouse, one of the best game shows ever made, and it's easy to see why it lasted 10 years. Funhouse was pretty much the last of the really good children's shows that came out in the 90s. Because I mean, let's face it, they've been all pretty damn miserable after the year 2000. Well, okay, that's not true. I mean, there was... Oh, no, wait, that was nice. Find this kid. No. That was 90s as well. So I better just end this. Anyways, this has been a Nash Incorporated review, and I've been your host, JD. Good day and good day. Oh, wait a minute, Juggle! Oh, hell yeah! Ice cream! Ice cream! Fucking ice cream bun.
I thought you liked the old days.
Still hate ice cream. Ice cream buns.
Where is your youth?
Died along with Funhouse. Joseph Stalin. Onions. The Red Ring of Death. Jamie Oliver. Jamie Oliver with syphilis. Pooh. Pooh. Seth MacFarlane. Ooh.